As I settled down on the couch with a bowl of popcorn, I flicked on the TV, eager to indulge in the Halloween spirit with some spooky true crime documentaries. Little did I know that the tale I was about to hear would not only chill my bones, but would forever change the way I looked at Halloween. The show began with an ominous narrator recounting a series of eerie events that unfolded one fateful Halloween night. The year was 1998, and a small town nestled in the heart of the Midwest was gearing up for its annual Halloween festivities. Children were donning their costumes, and parents were preparing for a night of trick-or-treating. Unbeknownst to the town, a nefarious plot was about to unfold, a true crime that would forever be etched in the history of Halloween. The story revolved around a gang of cunning criminals who had hatched a plan to ruin Halloween for the entire town. Dressed in sinister masks, they stormed into the local museum, home to a priceless collection of historical artifacts and legendary Halloween memorabilia. Their motive was not just financial gain, but a twisted desire to spread fear and chaos on the spookiest night of the year. Under the cover of darkness, the thieves systematically stole relics from the museum's Halloween exhibit. These weren't just any artifacts, they were believed to be cursed, imbued with the spirits of long-dead witches and vengeful souls. Unaware of the supernatural power they were tampering with, the criminals continued their spree, stealing everything from ancient grimoires to haunted masks. As the night wore on, an eerie fog descended upon the town, amplifying the fear that gripped its residents. The criminals, high on adrenaline and greed, reveled in their sinister accomplishments. Little did they know that the stolen artifacts were cursed, and by disturbing them, they had unleashed a malevolent force upon the town. Soon after their heist, strange occurrences began to plague the town. Unexplained shadows danced in the moonlight, and chilling whispers echoed through the night. People reported seeing ghostly figures in the windows of their homes, and the once cheerful Halloween decorations took on a sinister aura. As the town's fear escalated, a group of brave individuals took it upon themselves to investigate the source of the supernatural disturbances. Armed with knowledge of ancient rituals and the occult, they delved into the town's history, unearthing the dark secret of the stolen artifacts. On Halloween night, exactly 1 year after the heist, the group gathered at the museum, now abandoned and shrouded in an otherworldly fog. Armed with ancient incantations and talismans, they confronted the vengeful spirits that had been unleashed. In a climactic battle between the forces of good and evil, they managed to contain the spirits and restore peace to the town. As the final incantation echoed through the night, the fog lifted, and the stolen artifacts crumbled to dust, their curse finally broken. The town, once plagued by fear, slowly began to heal, and Halloween was no longer tainted by the memory of that dreadful night. As the true crime documentary concluded, I found myself both terrified and fascinated by the tale. Halloween, once a night of innocent fun, now held a deeper meaning for me. It was a reminder of the thin veil between the world of the living and the supernatural, a night when the past could come back to haunt us in the most unexpected ways. I switched off the TV, my mind buzzing with the story I had just witnessed. Halloween would never be the same again, but perhaps that added layer of mystery and danger was what made it truly unforgettable. As I glanced out the window into the dark night, I couldn't help but wonder if there were other true crime cases lurking in the shadows, ready to unravel the fabric of reality on this eerie night. I remember it vividly, the Halloween that changed our town forever. The air was crisp with the scent of fallen leaves and the promise of candy-filled adventures. Children giggled in the streets, their costumes bright against the dying twilight. I was excited, too, ready to celebrate the spookiest night of the year with my friends. But little did we know, our Halloween was about to turn into a chilling true crime tale that would haunt our memories for years to come. That Halloween, a local pumpkin patch was hosting a grand festival. Families gathered there for hayrides, corn mazes, and, of course, to pick out the perfect pumpkin. The atmosphere was festive, with children running between the rows of pumpkins, their laughter carrying on the wind. The pumpkin patch was a symbol of our town's spirit, a place where the community came together to celebrate the season. However, as night fell and the festivities continued, an unsettling vibe settled over the pumpkin patch. There were rumors of a mysterious figure, dressed in tattered clothes and wearing a grotesque mask, lurking among the pumpkins. At first, we dismissed it as an elaborate Halloween prank, but as the night wore on, the atmosphere grew more ominous. In the midst of the festival, a blood-curdling scream pierced the night. The crowd fell silent as we realized a young girl had gone missing. Panic spread like wildfire as parents desperately called out her name, searching every nook and cranny of the pumpkin patch. But she was nowhere to be found. The town was gripped with fear. Halloween, once a night of innocent revelry, was now tainted with dread. Parents kept their children indoors, and the streets, once bustling with trick-or-treaters, were eerily empty. As the days passed, the police launched a full-scale investigation. They combed through the pumpkin patch, searching for any clues that might lead them to the missing girl. The once beloved patch became a crime scene, shrouded in yellow tape, its cheerful atmosphere replaced by an air of sorrow and suspicion. Weeks turned into months, and the mystery of the missing girl remained unsolved. Halloween came and went, but the town's wounds were still fresh. The pumpkin patch, once a symbol of community and joy, stood as a haunting reminder of that fateful night. In the years that followed, the pumpkin patch was abandoned, left to wither and decay. The disappearance of the young girl became a cautionary tale, a story parents told their children to keep them close on Halloween night. The once thriving festival became a ghost of its former self, a place of sadness and loss. Every Halloween, as the moon hung low in the sky and the wind rustled the leaves, I couldn't help but think of that tragic night. The memory of the missing girl served as a chilling reminder that even in the midst of celebration, darkness could descend, leaving a town forever changed. The true crime cases that ruined Halloween were more than just stories. They were cautionary tales, reminding us that the line between fun and fear, joy and sorrow, was thin, and that even on the spookiest night of the year, we should never let our guard down.